personal mission statement. Is this a total waste of time, or can it really help you get clear about the direction you really want to go in? We'll see. Happy Doug. And also, this episode is brought to you by the Calvin Klein V-neck. Not really, but I wear them like every day, so get with it, Calvin Klein. So, I'm here in this beautiful parking lot, and I'm thinking about personal mission statements or a purpose statement. Is it a waste of time, or is it the number one thing that's going to unlock a limited creative potential in your life? I don't know. It's a good question. But I do know the first time I ever heard of such a thing was when I read Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And he suggested that you shouldn't just have a mission statement for the business you're running or the organization you lead. You should have one for your life. And that was really revolutionary when I first heard it. And I'm going to be honest, in the beginning, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I absorbed it, but I didn't do anything. I didn't, get busy with it. But I really am seeing the validity in it. And I want to share a thought or two and then just get to the beach. This is our last day at the beach. I want to be sitting around in a parking lot making videos. I want to be in the water, getting a sunburn. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're going 100 miles an hour in a direction and working hard and setting goals and just crushing it, it doesn't mean you're going in the right direction. Ooh, wisdom. But seriously, this week has been incredible. I've just had a lot of time to think and journal, and I'm a journaler. That's my kind of way. But just to make sure that I'm on the right path and I'm moving forward. So I would say that taking some time every once in a while, whether it's New Year's, with your resolutions or whatever, but that getting some clarity around, your purpose and honing in on the things that bring you life, that unlocks passion, it's totally worth it. And I was not a believer at first, but now I am a believer. And so I want to make you at home a believer. I'm just going to share where I'm at right now and then just kind of give you behind the scenes of what it looks like for me to pull away for a couple days and just try to grab some clarity around the things I'm talking about. So, what is my mission in life? Overarching, what am I trying to accomplish? What I feel called to do? And it's this, simply, I want to represent Jesus in my generation. And that's the people in the church. That's the people out of the church. That's the people online. That's people I meet face to face every day. And whether that's preaching the gospel, whether that's leading, church ministries, whether that's just adding value to people's lives that aren't believers yet, in hopes that one day I might be able to have that conversation with them about faith. All that stuff applies. I just want to represent Jesus to my generation. So that's the easy one. That's the freebie. Now, how do you do this? So the first question is purpose. Does that still resonate with me? And this week at the beach, I could say yes. That is still my purpose. That is still my overarching passion to represent Jesus. So big check mark. Boom, lock that in. Now let's get to how I'm going to accomplish that. And that's another step. And this is the one that refines, that takes a little time to make sure I'm on the right path. So I'm going to walk you through my updated vision for how I'm going to accomplish my purpose, my mission. So let's get into that. So vision. This is how I think about it. And I feel like the words are interchangeable. Vision, mission, all that stuff. It's what are you actually accomplishing with it? And here it is. So I believe that big picture, I want to represent Jesus to my generation. Now, how do I get it done? And this is where your imagination comes in. This is where you got to take chances and be creative, but do something, because you really don't know if you're going in the wrong direction or the right direction unless you're going in a direction. So just go. Just do your best and go. But here's mine. Here's how I see it, and I want to let you into the process because it's not perfect and it's not permanent. Like, this is going to move and flex, but right now I felt like my mission was good. Click, check that one. That's still locked in. But I don't really feel like I've got a lot of alignment right now out of my vision. So after some journaling, some prayers, some downtime on vacation, I feel like I'm going to accomplish that in two ways. I'm going to create content online and in person through church ministry, through this kind of stuff. I want to help people think better, and I want to help people think better about God. So those are the ways that I feel like I'm going to add value to people's lives and to accomplish the mission. So helping people think better, I don't really see a better way to add value to people's lives as a minister and as somebody that wants to represent Jesus, is just to help people think about their lives, and not necessarily even like cram Jesus down their throat, but just to be able to say, here's my journey, here's where I've been, here's where I'm going, here's how I'm thinking about things. Maybe you could adopt this mindset, maybe you can't, but either way, to be able to just help people process their life and let people maybe think and help people think better, I really feel like that's something a minister can do. And honestly, I think traditionally, if you look at the way that, your town priest or your town pastor, historically, at least in America, this was a guy that gave advice. This is a guy that helped people process death and tragedy and is a part of, every milestone in a lot of people's lives. And so I really think this is a really appropriate way for me to add value to people and to be able to do it, through the content I create, through my brand, and then to help people think better about God. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, I think a lot of people have a lot of bad baggage when it comes to God, when it comes to Christianity. And then I think a lot of people don't really have all the facts. And so I would love to be a part of that conversation with people that aren't believers yet. And in the church, I think us as a church, we could grow. We could think better about God. We could think better about the way we can reach people. And so all that stuff. And so those are the two ways that as of now, as of this trip, I'm kind of adjusting the way that I plan on accomplishing my mission. And so, the way this works for me is that I'll give this a shot. I'll apply myself to this. I'll work hard in this area. And if I get the results that I want, I feel like I'm doing a lot better. But if not, I'll take a look at a couple months or, maybe over the Christmas break and see if this is still the direction I feel like I'm supposed to go. But, I don't really worry about making this perfect, but I just come up with something clear, compelling, that moves me in the moment, that I take some time away and I go for it. And I write it down and I try my best to craft the language, and I don't get perfect around that stuff either. And that's my process. And so maybe your process could look different, but I think it is definitely worth taking the time to do it. And what a better place than here, like at the beach, hanging out. So that's how I'm looking at it. And maybe if you need some help, I've got some resources. Read a lot of books, listened to a lot of podcasts, and I'm a believer at this point. So let me know what you think. Share this video. You know what I mean? And have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow. So with that, I am getting back to the beach, and since this is our last full day here, I'm gonna get an epic sunburn and just blow it out. And so when we head up back to New York, I am gonna be just nice and toasty and had a great time at the beach. So let's go.